Are you ready?
Hey guys, Christian X. Oh, hey man. Oh, right, that was the day. Yeah, come on over. How soon can you get here?
Right about now.
Alright then. What game are we looking at today?
Dude, we're playing the Metal Gear spinoff.
Oh, no. We are not doing that. No. No. We're not doing no. We're not surviving a little. Oh, let me see this.
Yeah, we're looking at the good spinoff.
This game costs $5?
Yeah!
Why the hell was Spider-Man 360 so expensive then? Yep, we're looking at a game from the popular series of Metal Gear. Beginning in 1987 for the MSX2, the game would then be ported to NES, but without the approval of the brainchild of the franchise, Hideo freaking Kojima.
There was a sequel made, again without Kojima's input, called Snake's Revenge, but Kojima was finally brought in to make a true sequel to Metal Gear. Needless to say, it did better.
Funnily enough, much like Metroid and the Nintendo 64, we never saw a Metal Gear entry for an entire generation of consoles until Metal Gear Solid was released to critical acclaim for the PS1 in 1998.
Fun fact, it's actually called Metal Gear Solid due to it being 3D with models being solid, compared to the previous entry which were 2D, of course.
Game was so good it spawned many a sequel and a spin-off that we'll be discussing today. The spin-off would depart from the stealth-style Metal Gear Solid and focus on more high-paced action, and being developed by Platinum Games, the kings of hack-and-slash games!
Except for Legend of Korra.
Yeah, apparently that's a beat-em-up, so it's different.
And Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Yep. So let's go to review Metal Gear.
Why are you talking like that?
I'm trying to reconnect my roots and my old humor, and because I'm like coming off too much like a nostalgia critic, which is not a good thing to do lately because of the channel awesome controversy of it being not so awesome.
So you're doing that by copying another controversial person like JonTron.
No. Maybe. This is Metal Gear Rise and Revengance.
Wait, shouldn't we be going?
No. Okay, let's boot this up and... Oh, okay, I gotta install data. Ah, crap. Yeah, for some reason on PS3, OBS can't get the screen size right. Okay, looks like we're good now. Oh, you son of a... So we begin with the Prime Minister of an African country. What is this, Black...
No.
Fair point. And we meet our protagonist, Raiden, a ninja cyborg. Because Metal Gear, there's no real explanation for anything.
Well, actually.
A logical explanation.
Well, actually.
Forget it, we're being attacked. Raiden prepares for it, and yeah, this is fucking awesome.
Yeah, the gameplay, like Sean said, is where Platinum Games truly shines, as this is high-octane, action-packed fun.
Yeah, as I was playing this, I loved every second of this gameplay, and while stealth is an option for some bits, you can just run in like goddamn Leroy Jenkins and haul ass to Kingdom Come.
Deliverance?
No, but nice reference. Though another cyborg named Sundowner, which sounds like a brand of eggs of some kind, then kidnaps the Prime Minister, a plot device, and 6 Metal Gear ray on us. And this is where, in my opinion, the best part of the game starts to shine. The music! The music just fits each boss battle amazingly, and I even got most of the soundtrack on my phone.
Yeah, and just to remind you, this is the guy that could barely, stop the ray from crashing into a harbor, and now he's just slicing him up with just one slice.
I got goosebumps!
Ah, I see you're a man of culture as well.
So we catch up to Sundowner on a train with some guy named Sam, and is that a barcode on his forehead? Yeah, let me just scan this. Price check on bald man's cyborg forehead. Make that price check on forehead of blatant fucking murderer. Like, Jesus Christ, man.
Sundowner then escapes, and we end up having to fight Sam, and you can't win.
Wait, what? Come on, I'm sure I can.
He has no health bar.
Fair point. Raiden even loses his left arm, foreshadowing, and his left eye.
Technically, Raiden lost both of his limbs before, but whatever.
Wait, that happened before? Huh. God damn it.
I want that. If you're gonna keep bloopers in, I'm like, that's Eddie Angry Sumo sound effect.
I remember that one and I love it so much. Of course, Sam escapes before he could finish us off and before friends could finish him off, as we cut to 3 weeks later as Raiden has some new enhancements to make up for last time. Done by the good doctor, with a K. Yeah, I don't know either.
Great. Then we have time for a quick briefing.
Oh, hi, Phil Lamar.
Wait, that's Phil Lamar?
Yeah, why do you ask?
That guy's a talented voice actor.
Oh yeah, definitely. The guy has a ton of voice roles in his resume. He's a Sig in the Jack games, Count Vigor in Jack 3, and the PSP game Daxter, John White in the Infamous series, Aquaman and Green Lantern in the Injustice series, Mr. Sunshine and Shane Rose, and especially Vamp in the Metal Gear series.
So he's a vampire?
No, because he's bisexual. What are you doing?
I'm looking up the meaning of vamp. Oh, bisexuals aren't shoes! This game also has a sort of collectibles thing going for it, such as hacking terminals for VR missions, not actually with use of VR, and having to get the left arms of specific enemies. I didn't bother with the VR bits, but the left arm collecting is just... I hated every moment of it. Basically, you gotta hit them enough times to stun them so you can go into blade mode, which, by the way, makes me feel like this could have been ported to the Wii or even become a Switch title.
Motion controls?
Yes, actually. Thing is, you gotta make sure you slice the left arm off, but to do so, you have to try and damage that part of the body, otherwise you won't be able to slice it off properly. Like, at all. And it'll explode with the rest of the body if you don't slice it off, prompting many a restart. Like, seriously. I can't tell you how many times I had to restart because of a mishap over the left arm collecting. Mostly because I lost count of how many times I did that crap. It gets worse when in one specific part of the game, after multiple tries, I finally got the left arm cut off, only to be blocked by an invisible fucking wall. No matter what I did, I couldn't get the left arm because progression in missions means they put up a goddamn invisible wall so you can't go back to the fucking left arm, bitch! Bullshit!
Jesus Christ, man.
It's okay, it's okay. I just had to vent about it, okay? It's fucking bullshit though. It doesn't help that I never did get them all.
Well, there are other collectibles we could discuss, so maybe talk about those?
There are other collectibles?
The people that attacked us are part of a rogue terrorist group called Desperado, and the guy we have to go after here is named Andre Dolziev. Dogface. As he spies on Andre and a woman, he...
What's happening? Your heart rate spiked.
I just dodged a bullet.
I can show you a better time than that crusty old bear.
So, after we take out Mistro and her weird arm things with, again, a very good song to back it up, Andre avoids capture by blowing up the factory, killing himself in the process. Well, back to square one! So Raiden is sent to Mexico, and Blade Wolf has been rebuilt as an ally, while Raiden himself is disguised as...
Okay. Does he really think that'll actually work?
Actually, it kind of does. I mean, they could tell he's a cyborg, but given the nature of his presence, they turn into big lip alligator moment. Get the fuck out of there.
Does anyone even remember that gag? As we trek through the sewers, we find a lost boy, and... Really? A Vanilla Ice reference? Was Konami really so dated even in 2013? Kid doesn't even sound 13, it sounds more like 23.
Well... Anyway, this is George. He's a kid who is escaping from a laboratory which has been kidnapping kids in order to steal their brains to use as cyborg-killing warriors.
Wait, what?! When is Kojima ever not weird or disturbing?
There's a time where he's not weird or disturbing?
Also, Courtney is a goddamn cutie. I legit fear what Konami will do with her.
Erotic pachinko?
No, that's Castlevania. But close. We end up getting to the kids who are said to be axed off. Oh, and Georgie got captured. Swell!
However, the two managed to set up a quick play for Raiden to kill the scientist. Successfully, I may add.
Though Raiden wasn't okay with doing it, I guess, and resigns from his position at Maverick, the place he works for. Although they do unofficially help him with... Ah, Jesus, give me a warning, will ya?
The thing is, they're doing the brain importing legally, citing medical purposes.
Of course, the government agency uses loopholes for unjust work. As we progress, Sam lets us in on a little tidbit. The cyborgs we were fighting are actually people! Wait a minute, I thought that was obvious.
Yeah, but they didn't know exactly what they signed up for. We encountered Sam and a new guy named Monsoon. He could split his body into tons of pieces using electromagnetism.
I'm very tired.
Who saves the weak from the man who saves the weak?
What sense does that even make?
Kojima's sense?
Ah, for fuck's sake.
Free will is a myth. Religion is a joke. It's controlled by something real. Memes. The DNA of the soul. They shape our live. They are the culture. They are everything we pass on.
Yeah, like anyone would use that sort of thing for memes.
Oh no!
I did it. Although, won't he still survive?
Electromagnetism, not like Buggy the Clown from One Piece.
Fair point. We progress further in World Marshal HQ and end up fighting some mini-bosses that are rather familiar.
They're actually based on both Mistral and Monsoon, although much weaker than said bosses. Clothing isn't perfect anyway.
I'm pretty sure it's also frowned upon in about 32 countries and 6 religions too.
We then get to fight Sundowner, and I honestly hate this boss.
Really? I actually had a fair time with him, having to use blade mode just right in order to land a hit on him and cut through his defenses.
How do you function?
I never did find an answer. By the way, is it just me, or does this music sound familiar? Like, I've heard it somewhere before.
Sweet lemonade, sweet lemonade, sweet lemonade, yeah, sweet lemonade.
Are you sure you never found an answer to that function? After the battle, Raiden then learns that Armstrong brought World Marshal and Desperado together to exploit Raiden's desire to avenge Enmani's death.
Turns out Armstrong used Desperado to distract Raiden while he carries out Operation Tecumseh. Is that even how it's pronounced? A plan to assassinate the President of the United States during peace negotiations with Pakistan to ensure another war on terror. Wait, the President does that? God, it's been so long since we had a leader that isn't a giant butt.
It's only been over a year.
I know. As the doctor tries to recover the brains, Raiden goes to get help from... Oh, never mind. We get stopped for have one final duel with Sam. Having learned from before, we soundly defeat him. Honestly, as tough as this was, I loved the setting for the battle. As the sun sets in a western desert type area, two rivals have what is their final confrontation. Never to battle again.
Mostly because it kills him.
Yeah, it comes and goes.
Was this outcome necessary? Evidence inconclusive.
I guess even AIs don't know everything.
It is likely no single correct answer exists. Additionally, human conflict stems from opposing ideals and societal norms. I was not programmed with these guidelines.
You're better off figuring those out for yourself.
Wow. Deep.
Blade Wolf decides to hold on to the sword because plot convenience.
Eh?
You'll see.
We then get help from an old friend of Raiden's named Sunny, who honestly is heckin' adorable.
And a lot more than that.
Wait, what are you talking about? What the hell?
Yeah, she's basically MacGyver.
Okay, I'm pretty sure that's a load of crap. There's MacGyver, and then there's God himself. No one can spruce up a super jet like that in hours flat. That is literally someone's life work right there.
It's Kojima.
I don't care if it's Suda 51, it's still... forget it. When we arrive, it turns out that World Marshal is using our battles here against us, having turned people against Pakistan in an attempt to incite fear into the American people, twisting their views into wanting war and... Boy, Metal Gear really seems to echo real life pretty well, huh?
Up until Kojima left. Anyway, which we really should discuss.
Look, I get it. Kojima's exit wasn't great for anyone, but what more could be said than I could already say, or add in that matter? Everyone has said all they could and then some.
We could just discuss it anyway.
Fine. We'll stop the game and talk for a bit to discuss the elephant in the room.
Hey!
Oh, no, I wasn't insulting your weight. I'm so sorry. For those that don't know, Kojima was working on a then-upcoming horror game set to be an entry in the Silent Hill series named Silent Hills. In 2014, a playable teaser was released on PS4, appropriately named Playable Teaser, or PT for short.
It was also revealed that famed director Guillermo del Toro,
who I keep confusing for that Tarantino jackass,
as well as famed horror manga artist Junji Ito and even Norman Reedus of the Walking Dead TV series fame.
Now, I am not one who likes to play horror games, especially if I don't know what's coming, but holy crap, this had the makings to become the best horror game on the PS4, if not one of the greatest horror games of all time. So, what exactly happened? Konami happened!
In 2015, due to conflicts with Konami, Kojima would be leaving Konami and that Silent Hills will be cancelled. Metal Gear Solid 5 being the last game Kojima would work on, though with content cut due to time constraints.
There were even reports around this time showing that working at Konami was like working at a sweatshop, and that is never a good thing one can say about any workplace. Of course, Konami decided they didn't need Kojima and made a new Metal Gear game without his input.
And it's fucking awful. It's terrible.
I mean, we knew it was going to be terrible, given that it was just a generic zombie shooter when they couldn't even be bothered to design actual heads for the zombies. Seriously, it's a crystal. What even? But they even programmed a slap in the face in a cardboard box, screwing over the main protagonist. If that doesn't sum up what Metal Gear has become, I don't know what does. Not to mention, if you actually wanted to play from the beginning, yet not ruin your main save file, you'd have to shell out $10 extra per slave slot. And we call EA a bunch of money grubbers.
Oh, but who cares about that? It's not like Kojima could have come with anything better than... I'll just hush now.
Yeah, let's do that. Now, I'm not the biggest Metal Gear guy, but I think I can speak for everyone when I say that it is truly a sad sight to see when one of the best and most loved gaming franchises falls horribly far from grace like this.
I, for one, am a huge fan of Metal Gear Solid, even though the first game I ever started with Metal Gear was Metal Gear Solid 4, which to a lot of people is a really bad game to start with because you're missing out on a lot of story, and yeah, there's a lot of confusing things in that game. But despite that, Metal Gear Solid always has some of my favorite boss fights, some of my favorite moments in games that I will always remember fondly. And even though it's kind of sad just to see it just being mistreated by Konami with games like Metal Gear Survive or that Metal Gear Solid 3 pachinko game that people don't want to talk about, but here we are talking about it. And it's just... this was a series that I loved, and even though it's like super convoluted and there's a lot of stupid things about it, it's something that always struck a chord with me, and it's always something like I will always remember fondly. Minus all the shit that's going on with Konami, and hopefully Kojima can move on over that and do better things, especially with Death Stranding or anything after that.
Anyway, back on track, Raiden has to fight a giant Metal Gear manned by the main villain, and it is pretty fucking sick, yo.
He's using its own fucking leg to slice it to bits! Fresh.
Of course, fighting Armstrong himself is...
They'll make America great again!
Is he Donald Trump now?
On steroids, yes.
I'm tempted to title the video Metal Gear Rising Trump's the Villain.
Please don't.
Yeah, tough shit. Real life shouldn't have to imitate art like this. In all seriousness, there are differences between him and Trump. For starters, he's actually likable. He's so entertaining to watch and listen to because of his fuck-all attitude.
Doesn't Trump act the same?
Yeah, but like I said, real life should not imitate art. Imagine if we got a guy similar to Peter Griffin as president.
Yeesh. Second, he actually has political experience. They don't call him Senator Armstrong for nothing.
Third, he can actually handle himself in a fight, as shown with how he is really kicking our asses. Like, holy shit, I'm barely even getting a lick of fucking damage on him.
And fourth, he actually wants to fight for the people, even though the effect could lead to disastrous results given his practices.
Why won't you die?
Oh my lord!
Nanomachine, son.
I beg to fucking differ. That's clearly some kind of giant tumor you have in your chest. Christ, no wonder this guy's evil. His heart's just a parasite. So yeah, the nanomachine, son, keep us from actually damaging him.
Luckily, Deus Ex Machina arrives with Sam's sword, now unlocked and allowing us to use it.
Oh, that's the plot convenience.
Yeah.
Given the sword has felt blood or whatever, we can now properly damage Armstrong. And this final boss battle is fucking epic. The setting, the music, the action, it's all fucking amazing! How fitting that it ends with Raiden set to rip the guy's heart out. Yeah, that's not a heart, that's a synthetic 3D printed monstrosity.
Deep inside, we're kindred spirits. You and I.
How? How in any way is the hero warrior and the greedy politician scumbag the same?
Well, you know, I had this whole thing that I wanted to say, but after the Konami rant, can we just keep going?
You know what, yeah, this video's gone on long enough.
Yeah.
Cut to weeks later and things seem to be going...
At least Armstrong will never be president.
Should I tell him?
You have no idea how easy it was to actually find that clip. Turns out there aren't that many cartoons where Porky has to deal with a mouse.
So, as easy as you find it to make political jokes every few seconds?
I can't turn it off, please help me.
So the Doctor managed to take care of the kids' brains by letting them be kids. And then Georgie gets to stay with Sonny. And even Blade Wolf is okay. Seems like a pretty happy ending. Oh, and Raiden is on his own, resolving to fight his own war.
A war that we're never going to see because Konami. And that was Metal Gear Rising: Revengance.
Buy this game!
I truly do love everything about this game. Well, almost everything. Yeah, the left arm collecting is fucking awful, but the gameplay aspects, the setting of everything, and especially the music is so fucking awesome, my god. My only real beef aside from the aforementioned left arm crap is that this game is actually kinda short, taking only 4 to 5 hours to beat. However, for those completionists out there, you'll probably get more bang for your buck, as it'll take much longer to complete, according to HowLongToBeat.com. All in all, Konami may suck, but if you're looking to get a Metal Gear spin-off, this is the game for you to play. Buy this game in any way that you can. Please. And we are finally done. We have been trying to get this going for months, but regardless, it was fun having you here.
Likewise.
Hey guys, thank you so much for watching. If you liked this video, click the like button to show your support, and you can subscribe for more. Click any of the cards and such to check out the videos there and whatnot. You can also check out my social medias in the description below, and please remember to stay awesome. Bye-bye!